What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, this time on the TV PC, and we're gonna finish up Visions of Mana. Now, it runs pretty damn good on everything. Once we got to the Asus G15 Advantage, we were able to just max it out and just get more than playable FPS. Only thing is, this game does have a random itty-bitty tiny stutter every once in a blue moon, but it's not like a stutter fest like Castillo Protocol was or anything like that, so that's at least good. Now, I'd prefer if games never stuttered even the slightest bit on anything, and everything could just hit its achieved target, no matter what that is. If it's 30, it can hit 30, and blah, 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 so on and so forth. That would be great, but unfortunately, games just don't seem to run like that. But anyway, why don't we stop wasting time? Let's go hop ourselves into the game, take a quick look at the settings, and then let's get ourselves a little gameplay. All right, here we go. Settings we're gonna run. Unfortunately, that stupid recording has started thing came up, probably because it was on windowed to begin with. Even though I put it to full screen, I probably didn't save the settings until I backed out, so sorry about that. I don't like including that, but I never know when that pesky thing is gonna pop up. Alright, here we go. Sorry about the stupid recording has started little thing in the corner. I try not to let that show up in my videos, but I never know when it's gonna show up or not. I know when it's like windowed, it always does, but I put it to, you know, not windowed mode, but it must have not taken until I backed out. That's probably what happened, so not the end of the world, but I always just thought that makes the video look a little less professional. But, I mean, hey, half the time we're our own worst critic. Most people probably don't even give a shit about things like that, as long as you show them what kind of FPS you're going to get. And so far, this one's doing a pretty good job, but I definitely see a little tiny stutter here and there. Again, nothing I'd probably notice, see, like right there. I don't think we were really getting those on the main computer and on the secondary computer. However, though, still the frame times when we're just walking around like this are very smooth. So, again, more than playable. I'm just really being picky here, trying to differentiate the three from each other, but all of them can play a game like this effortlessly. And I don't think anybody would even notice a stutter like that if I didn't have this frame rate thing up here. Just like on the laptops. The laptops would do a thing like that, too. Like, you'd get into a battle, maybe there'd be a little frame drop here and there. But that's about it. I think it's the kind of thing that'd be so minor you'd never know. Thought I saw something while I was playing, but then I did not. So it was like, alright, well, let's kill these guys then. Alright, well, actually, during the battle, it seems to be pretty smooth. Oh, nope, I spoke too soon. Tiny little stutter. But again, being picky here, I think. That kind of stutter's crazy, but a lot of games do that between these little loading screens and whatnot, so not too surprised. But yeah, this is still more than playable. But definitely not getting quite as many FPS as the main computer or the secondary computer, but the secondary computer is only doing ultra-wide, or not even ultra-wide, it's only doing 1440p this time. And then the main computer obviously is doing 4K, but I think games, like a lot of games, like that single core of the 13900KF versus the older 5800X3D, but there is still a game every once in a while where it'll get a couple more FPS, or just about the same. What it does do sometimes, though, is sometimes it will get the smoothest frame times out of the three, which kind of surprises me with how old it is. It never really beats it in pure frame rate, though. That's very rare. I think there's only like one or two games I've seen that have done that so far. And who knows, those could have been patched by now, and now the 13900KF would win if I retested them, you know? But I still think that 5800X3D is really holding its own. If anybody has one, I don't think there's any reason to upgrade it. The only reason I'm going to is because I'm going to be giving that 4090, or selling that 4090 for cheap to one of my best friends, and then his girlfriend wants to game with him. So he wants to build her PC. He's like, oh shit, I'm going to have basically a bunch of computer parts lying around again. So do you just want the rest of that computer? You take the GPU. You can plop your 3090 in that with that 5800X3D, which is honestly be a match made in heaven. Or, obviously, if you don't like NVIDIA, a 6900X3D or a, 7900X3D would also be very nice. Or not a 7900X3D, excuse me. There's so many damn 70 numbers and shit. I meant to say a 7900XT or XTX. Those would all be very nice for that CPU, too. In fact, I used to have that CPU in my secondary computer, and it did great. Did it bottleneck a couple games compared to the 7800 XD? Sure, I'm sure it did. But most of the time, it did not matter at that resolution. Alright, now we're back to a damn cutscene. I hate how they're 30 FPS. Though I will say this one seems to be handling the 30 FPS a lot better than the primary computer. That thing was having some weird FPS drops. This one's still having little ones, but nothing like the primary. Luckily, it's 30 FPS in a cutscene, so again, I don't think anyone would notice this if they didn't have a frame rate counter in the corner. And I could be, over talking here, but I don't think too many people run something like that in the corner permanently. I'm sure some do. In fact, hell, I used to when I was younger, but then I started just turning it off once I knew the game was running good and just enjoying the game. Unless I felt like the game was running like shit. Then I could plop it on for a quick second and be like, okay, yeah, no, why are we only getting 40 FPS now or something like that? Then fix the problem, and then turn it right back off. And that's still very rare that happens. A lot of people think with PC, like, all of them just suck, and they all just have nothing but stutter constantly, and they're unplayable, and they crash, and I don't know, for all the games I've played with you guys, every once in a while that happens. But for the most part, I get to play more games than I've had games that have problems that are unplayable. But still, I'm just anecdotal evidence. Even though I have multiple computers, that's still anecdotal. But that's just the way I see it. Alright, though, this looks like a pretty good time to move on to camera. Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay now.
れは。
Really want me to go over there?
あなたが風染めをするの？フェアリー様を呼ぶ風染めはとても難しくて、私たちでもうまくできないのだけど。
よそから吹く風がだっ
A breath
け？
of
ダメだよ、
fresh
もと
air
もと
and
だし
all that.
やってみるよ。
あ、ラムコだ。どうしたんだろう。
そういえばラムコって？
あの子は聖獣なんだって。もともとは風の社に住んでいたみたい。昔カリナが風の社で修行中に片翼を失う大怪我をしたんだ。その時ロングレンまで運んできたのがラムコなの。ラムコはカリナに懐いてロングレンに住み着いた。二人は姉妹みたいにずっと一緒に過ごしてたんだけど、最近のカリナはシリュウにべったりだから、さすがのラムコも愛想を尽かしちゃったかもね。いけない。私ったらベラベラと。うまくフェアリー様を呼んで村のみんなを安心させてね。
そう言われると緊張してきちゃうな。
バル、頑張って。
うん。はっ。風よ。うわあ。
虫も言ってけえへんわ。
シリュウとおしゃべりしてるんじゃなかったの？
あんなへんてこな動き、遠くから見てるのもったいないしな。カンナギになりたてでももうちょい上手にやれんで。おもろいもん見せてもらったわ。
じゃあ次はひなさんがやってみたらどうかな。
私もやっていいの？でもこの子日の巫女やで。
火の巫女がフェアリーを呼べたらすごいことだよね。その時は僕が語り部として末永く語り継ぐよ。
そんなんずるい。分かった。私がロングレンに新しい風を呼んでみる。見ててね、シリュウさん。待った待った。うちがやる。
Yeah, you fell for it. I'm almost positive they were trying to just
うちがこの
coach
村
her
一
into
番
doing
の
it
風
this
染め
whole
の腕を
time.
見せたるわ。うちがフェアリー呼べたら、
No,
う
I don't think
ち
the other
の
two
こ
would
と
have
を
been
語
able to do
り
it
継いで
anyway.
な。風よ、染めよ。
Hey, and the fairy came with that.
フェアリー様。シリュウが今回の巫女なのね。
And alright, with that, let's go ahead and wrap this video on up. Alright guys, that's a wrap Visions of Mana on the TV PC here, and it seemed to handle it just about as good as all the rest of the stuff. So obviously this kind of game will run on just about anything. You can't max it out with the Steam Deck or the Ally or that mini PC I've got, but still, more than playable on everything from the Asus G15 Advantage all the way up to this computer though. And it seems like it's gonna be a pretty damn fun game. But first I want to beat that Judgment game, or Lost Judgment game technically. I already beat Judgment before Wukong came out. Now that I beat Wukong, now it's time to go beat Lost Judgment. Then I'll probably play this game. And then there's a plethora of other games I want to play too. In any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoy the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.